Hello everyone, good evening. Everyone please confirm whether my audio, video both are clear. Hi, Sumi Single, hi. Audio, video both are clear. I'm good, how are you all? Yes, it's a clear. Sir, I'm in class 7th, okay. You can attend, okay, no issues. Chalo, I hope so, audio, video both are clear, right? Right. So today what we are going to see that some basics lectures of your class 9th actually. So these are extension of your class 8th, you can say that. And whatever I'm covering the today's basics will be there. No, those basics will be there in your class 9th as well. Okay. So very basic and very foundation thing, and which are I'm going to build. Like let us suppose to take this, there is a chapter coordinate geometry. What are the things are required to understand the coordinate geometry, and what are the basics of the coordinate geometry, we are going to see that in that way, right? So hi Sandeep, height kya hai? Arey, right? Chalo, arey, do not spam it again and again. I hope you understood like what we are going to see in the today's class, right? You can see here, array, do not spam it over here again and again. Clear? Now you can see here coordinate geometry. So there you can see that basic foundations of a coordinate geometry we are going to see. So without any further ado, sir, my name is what yours? Chelsea. Acha, okay. Right. Chalo. Let's get started. Yes, now you can see here the basics thing. I think so you know that number line, right? How we are going to represent the number on the number line, I hope you know that, right? So with the help of these number line, you can see here, and the representation of a number line, we are going to use that number line in the coordinate geometry. There you can see that the minima and maxima temperature of a curve in Himachal Pradesh on the particular day in the month of a December were -6 degrees and degree Celsius and 7 degrees Celsius. Can you represent them on the number line? If any number is given to you, then how you are going to represent it on the number line? I hope you know these things, right? So 0 and 1, 2, 3, and from this here positive numbers will be there, from this negative numbers will be there. So I want to represent it what? 7, and there will be a what? -6. So this is the what? Minimum temperature in a day. This is what the day-to-day life we are using that this thing, right? So and maximum temperature will be on the day will be what? 7 degrees Celsius. This line will be, these numbers are representing what? Degrees in Celsius. Okay, so how we are going to represent one number on the number line? This is how. If there is a temperature will be -2, then this is what the -2 point over here, and there is a point here +4. This is the point +4. Okay, similarly you can represent it any number on the number line. Okay, so suppose in terms of a fractional part, that will be the what? 1.5. 1.5 will be there what? In between exactly of 1 and 2 between, that is 1.5 will be representing. So leave it about that fractional part. You can see here anything will be, any integer is given to you, how we are going to see the number line, how we are going to represent it on the number line. This is my point number 1 of a today's class in the coordinate geometry, right? In the next thing here, let us suppose to take an example. So there is a day-to-day life we used to this was like in a scenarios where the coordinate geometry can be helpful in your day-to-day life. This is the point you can see here. Suppose there is a street, your house location will be there in the particular street of that area, right? So you can see, if I want to say that where will be the your house, there I can say that try to understand a polynomial. Yes, I will explain the polynomial also, just wait for it, right? So you can see here, there will be a, if I'm supposed to tell my house is over here, suppose my house is located over here, so how we are going to represent it, how we are going to say this point on this, like you can see street number 4, street number 5, then house number will be the 4. This was a proper explanation of it, right? So after numbering that, if there is a random random house location will be there, means suppose I need to travel from the street 1 to street 1, street 1 to 4. How I need to go it? So there is the whole location of that my house will be the what, street 1 and house number 4. Then I need to travel to that. Then you will get a one proper idea based on that, right? This is the day-to-day life represented. Then how to represent it, this house, or how to represent this street on this number line. So if I'm giving the numbering on that particular numbering house, like house of that particular thing, and if I'm giving numbering to the each and every one of the street, then I can identify that street number 2, this is the one first house, street number 4, this is my second house, street number, like you can identify it easily, right? This is what the day-to-day life explanations, like day-to-day life of we face in our daily life, right? So you can see here, with the help of a coordinate geometry, if I'm representing that any point of a any point or any house or anything with the help of a what particular coordinates, then you can easily understand it, the how you need to travel to that particular one point to another point, or one house to another house. And what is the distance between these two particular points also you can easily calculate, right? Now you got it, the problem with this thing, and how we are going to represent it on the by using the coordinate geometry. That's what we are going to see in the today's class actually, right? Exactly, which is exactly what location of our house, or you can consider as a location of your friend house, or you can consider as anything. How we are going to represent it in a proper way, that's what the point we are going to see in the today's class, right? You can see here, then that's what I'm numbering from that, like with the help of a coordinate geometry we can solve that issue. We can rectify those things, exact location between the house and what is the distance between the house, and you can calculate any one of the information over here. Suppose you can see here, there is a what there is a line over here. So there is a cafe and they are going for the ticket counter. If I'm going in this way, who is my first person in this row? You can see here, H is my first person. Or you can see in this row, if I'm go in this way, A will be the what first person. So depending upon the direction, the first and last persons are changing over here. There is a one more point, depending upon the direction. If I'm going in this way, if I'm looking in this way, H will be the my first person and A will be the my last person. If I'm looking at this direction, A will be the my first person, H will be the my last person. Which means what here, what you guys are observing from this thing here, depending upon the direction, the values are whose comes first and whose comes last will be deciding factor. Now you understood? And if I'm saying that, you can easily understand it now, who will be their middle, who will be the person will be middle in this direction. You can see middle means what, you can see here in between this thing, and there are two persons all will be the what, E and D are middle from this direction and from this direction. And you can answer here who will be there after the G, after the G in this direction, who will be there after the G in this direction. Then you can answer each and everything. After numbering that, after denoting, after representing this with the help of an alphabet, we can answer each and every question what I'm asking you to all. Got it? Got it? So if I'm asking, if after giving the some numberings to that particular persons here, you can answer each and every question what I'm asking you. Then if I go in this direction, what is, who's the next to that E? Who's the next to that B? Who's the next to that in this direction F? Who's the next to the in this direction G? You can answer each and everything or not. The answer will be changing with respect to the what direction also, right? Yes, hello, Skywalker. Yes, yes, very good, very good. This is what the one more point, and then I want to like you can see here, there is a one more point over here. So how we are going to calculate the distance? See here, right? There is a point. Try to understand here. There is a point. That point will be what, 6 centimeters away from that point. Suppose I am standing here. There is a one more person standing to me. That 6 centimeter away from that my point. So which means what? You can see here. What is the point? 6 centimeter on the top of my point. That means what? This is, if I am considering this is my point, from this is also 6 centimeter. This is also 6 centimeter. And from this point, this is also 6 centimeter. 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 If there is a coordinate or there is a point here, if I want to say that where will be that point will be lies. Yes, I will explain polynomial also, do not worry. Okay, so try to understand here, where will be that point. I said that there is a point, the point which is 6 centimeter away from that my point. Okay, so where I am standing, so you can see here, this is also 6 centimeter from away from this, 6 centimeter away from this, 6 centimeter away from this, 6 centimeter away from this. Okay, so these all are options are correct, but which one is the correct one? So we required a what here, this is what the distance from this point. If I tell you the specific distance of this point, then I can conclude here, yes, this is what your requirement point, right? So this is what requirement point. If I said that this is the 2 centimeter, so from the top it's a 2 centimeter, from the top 2 centimeter, and from the 2 centimeter this is 6 centimeter away from this is my required point. And if I said that 4 centimeter away from that this starting point, and top will be the 4 centimeter, and then you can see here, then from 4 centimeter to 6 centimeter, this is my required point. Which means what? To get a specific point, and try to understand here, this distance is also required, this distance is also required. You guys are getting my point. This distance is also required, this distance is also required. Then only we can say that which point you are looking at, that particular point. So here two distances are required to answer this question. You guys are getting my point? Yes or no? Please confirm. To get a specific location of that particular point, we required a horizontal distance and vertical distance also. Which means what? Two distances are required, until unless we can't say that where that point, exactly the point will be locating. Okay, so which means what? Two distances are required for us to represent it on the number line, or two specific point. Now you can see here, there is a point here. So that with the help of this thing, there is a scientist calculated the issue over here. The representation of a point on a plane with the idea of a two references led to development of a new branch of a mathematics is known as a what? Coordinate geometry. That is the problem, right? So this problem, for this problem, there is one new branch of mathematics has been developed, that is known as a what? Coordinate geometry. That coordinate geometry will be what? You can see that scientist name, and 1596 and 1650, and French mathematician and philosopher has been developed the study of a what? Coordinate geometry. So which is between what? Algebraic expression, which is associated with the algebraic expression, and geometric curves and the figures. Right? In this chapter we shall discuss about the word point, how to plot a point on the coordinate plane actually. So we required two distances, that is the point you need to understand it here. So from this you can see here, there is a vertical line. What I am saying here, this will, whatever the vertical number line will be there, no, two lines are required now. Now you understood, right? So those two lines, horizontal one will be known as a what? X-axis. This is known as a what? X-axis. And vertical number line, this is the vertical number line. You can see here, top will be the positive value, negative, bottom will be the negative value. This will be known as a what? Y-axis. And this is my coordinate plane, right? So in this, there are a positive x-axis, positive y-axis, negative x-axis, negative y-axis, and the 2 points are two number lines are meeting at a point, right? That is called as origin. Origin, right? You can understand in a better way. Origin means which start from it, right? So now you can see here, the positive x-axis will be starting from here and going in this way. And negative x-axis will be starting from here, going in this direction. And positive y-axis starting from there, going in this direction. Negative y-axis starting from here, going in this direction. Now, I hope you understood the point. I hope you understood. right? And one more thing, so go for from this direction, try to rotate in that anti-clockwise direction. That will be the nothing but you will get that coordinate. So which is the coordinate plane will be the number line, the complete plane will be dividing into the 4 parts. This is the part 1, this is the part 2. This is called as what? Part 1. And this is called what? Like quadrant 2. This is called what? Quadrant 3. And this is called what? Quadrant 4. Now here try to understand here in the quadrant number 1, look at the values of x. So both are positive, x and y both are positive. Here you can see here first you should write the value of x minus x, and you can see because it's a minus x, and then positive x. And then here both values are negative, so minus x and minus y will be there. This is the exact representation of that particular point in this thing. Here that will be the word positive x and minus y. Understood? This is my point number 2 in the coordinate geometry. So in the first quadrant, both x and y values are positive. In the second quadrant, x is negative, y is positive. In the third quadrant, both are negative. In the fourth quadrant, they will be opposite each other. You can try to understand here. Minus x, plus y minus y. And x and y minus x and y. Both are opposite to each other. First and third quadrant will be the same, opposite signs, and second and fourth quadrant will be the opposite signs each other. Done? I hope it's clear. There I want to represent it point here. The location of this point I need to calculate it. Tell me everyone. So this will be the what? So from this you can see here. What is the distance from this? This will be the what? On the x-axis it will be representing 3. On the y-axis go for top in this direction. From travel in this way, and from this I need to reach out to this point, right? So I will travel 3 units, and then after that I will go top of this, and this will be representing what? Your x and y values. So first one, horizontal one will be the x, the point will be the what? 3 comma, and y will be the what? 3. That is 3 comma 3 is your answer. Got it? If any point is given to you, you are able to calculate it, the thing here. And similarly, tell me now. So you need to travel from the x-axis, so go for it and go for it. So then you can see here minus 3 and minus 5. Minus 3 and minus 5. Now tell me the point on the C. The point, coordinates of the point of C. Tell me. Tell me the coordinates of a point C. So point C coordination will be the what here? So you need to travel from this and this. Then you can see here 3 comma minus 5. These are your coordinates of it. Right? Yes. Yes. There you can see here if any point is representing, then this will be the nothing but. So there is a point here. So this will be the what here? 3 and 5. The point will be, coordinates will be the what? 3 and 5. This 3 is known as abscissa, and this ordinate will be nothing but y value. So if anything is given to you, point will be represented in x comma y. This x is nothing but abscissa of that coordinate, and this will be the what? Ordinate of that point. Hello. Right? Now tell me about that C and B. What will be the your abscissa and what will be the ordinate? Yes, 3 you can see here minus 5 and minus 3. Minus 5 and minus. So which is minus 3 and minus 5. Minus 3 minus 5 means minus 3 will be the abscissa, minus 5 will be the ordinate. And next one will be the what? You can see here 3 and minus 6. You can see 3 and minus 6, which is nothing but 3 comma minus 6 are your coordinates of it. Done? Yes. Now chalo, let's move forward to the next one. Pair of numbers A and B listed in the specific order with the at most at the first place and B at the second place is called as the order pair. So then just now we representing, right? So that is x comma y. This is called what? Your order pair, right? Yes. Right. So now try to understand it here. The 1 comma 2 and that will be the 2 comma 1. Both are different, which means you people are like x comma y comma x both are not equal. X comma y comma x both are not equal. Why, sir? You can see here location of this point. Location of this point will be the what you guys are getting here. Try to understand. 1 comma 2. 1 comma 2 means x value will be the 1, y value will be the 2. Means this is the exactly point of it. And 2 comma 1. 2 comma 1 point will be there. X value will be the 2 and y value will be the 1. So which is this is the point. These 2 points are different. These 2 points are different. Then I cannot say that these 2 are equal. If the point will be the same, then I can say that these 2 are same, right? If the point is not same, like, then I cannot say that these both are not same, right? So which means what here? X comma y is not equal. When it will equal? If x and y both are equal, then only it will equal. Suppose you can take x and x equal to 1, y equal to 1, then you will get the value will be the what? 1 comma 1 is a 1 point and there is a 1 comma 1 is another point. Yes, these two are equal. In this condition, x comma y is equal to that y comma x. Am I clear? Right? Yes. But usually it's not equal. If x and y values are different, why it's not equal? Just now I show you that like it will be the point of the location of the point will be the what? Different at that different positions. So both point will be in the different position. Yes. This is what you can see that write the following based on the graph. You can see the graph. The length ordinate of a y, ordinate of a L, ordinate of a L, where it is a L actually, there you can see that this is my L. So this is my L. So this is my L means you can see here what the point of a L you guys are getting -7 -7. Right? First try to represent the coordinates of it. Then you can see here next one will be the what you guys are getting. This will be the and this, which means what here 3 comma 7. This is what cube and m will be the what here -3 comma 7 and this value r will be the what -2 comma 2, which is already given over here. Point -5 comma -4. Yes, given. And n will be the what? X value will be the 4 and y value vachesarki, yes, that will be the what? Y value will be equal to the 0. Done. Yes, these that. Now tell me what ordinate of a L. Ordinate of a L means what? Y value of a which is equal to -7. Ordinate of a Q. Ordinate of a Q which is equal to +7. X value. And then the point denoted by -2 comma -2 which is R. The point denoted by -2 comma 2 which is R. The point denoted by 5 comma -4. 5 comma -4 which is equal to that what? P. I think so that graph is visible. Right? And the abscissa of a n, the abscissa of a n will be the what you guys are getting. Abscissa means x, that is a 4. And abscissa of a m will be equal to, where is that m? -4. If anything is given to you related to the coordinates of that particular point or location of that point, you can easily answer it right now. Right? Yes. Chalo. Then you can see here, try to represent it on the Cartesian plane, which I am giving as you all homework. And next one. Abscissa, you can see, try to attempt this question, poll questions. You can see, answer your in the comment section, then it will detect your score. Abscissa of the point is positive in which quadrant? Means x values are positive in which quadrant? Answer everyone. I think answer everyone. Yes, there you can see here, this is x-axis, this is the first quadrant, this is second quadrant, this is third quadrant, this is fourth quadrant. There you can see here, on the x-axis you can see in this quadrant x values are positive, in this quadrant also x values are positive. Then first and second, fourth are the my answer. Then option B is the correct answer for this question, right? And next to minus 0.5 and minus 5, which is negative x, and positive y, which will be there in the which quadrant? That will be the what? Third quadrant, sorry, second quadrant, right? And this will be there on the which quadrant? X is a positive, y is minus negative, y is negative, x is positive, y is negative, means which will be the fourth quadrant. Both are opposite to each other, right? So you can see second and fourth is my correct answer for this question. And next one, yes, if x plus 2 will be equal to 4 and 5 comma y minus 2, then the coordinate of x and y are, coordinate of x and y are, so these both are equal, right? X plus 2 will be equal to what? 5. Then x will be equal to what? 5 minus 2. Then x will be equal to what? 3. Then next one, and 4 will be equal to what? Y minus 2. Then 4 is nothing but plus 2 will be equal to y. Then y will be equal to what? 6, which is x will be equal to 3 comma 6 is your correct answer. X value you are getting 3 and y value you are getting 6. Then you can see this is not your correct answer. 3 comma 6 is your answer for this question. Next one, if these 3 points are lies on the x-axis, find the value of a. So lies on the x-axis, lies on the x-axis means y value should be what? 0. So this should, I need to make it on the 0. So a minus 3 will be equal to 0. Then a will be equal to what, sir? 3. Then which option is the correct answer? Option C will be the your correct answer, right? Next question, I think so it's the same repeated question, right? Right. So that's it about your pair of that's it about your coordinate geometry. So how the what you need to understand in the coordinate geometry, what we got it in that after completion of this thing, then how the point will be represented on the number line, and with the help of a point, how we can calculate the x and y values, and in which quadrant x is positive, in which quadrant y is positive, in which quadrant x is negative, in which quadrant x is negative, y is negative. These are all things, I think so now you understood, right? So now let's see here, next one, lines and angles. Basically lines and angles will be the what? These are the basic geometrical shapes of your geometry, right? There you can see that these are the 2D shapes and 3D shapes are also there, will be there, right? And you can see, and then what are the lines? Basically line is a straight line, 0 dimension. You have that 0 1 dimension, 0D, and 1 dimensional, 2 dimensional, and 3 dimensional. These are the different geometrical figures will be there, right? In this you can try to observe here, these are the 2 dimension. This is again 2 dimension. Circle, you can see here, this is again 2 dimension, this is 2 dimension. There is a figure called this is 3 dimension. So I hope you are aware of this all points, right? So you can see here in that, what are the lines? A line is a straight 1 dimensional figure, thus that extends in a opposite directions infinitely. The line can be horizontal and vertical. It can be drawn from left to right or right top to bottom, as well as left to right and top to bottom. Means in this way you can draw, or in this way also you can draw it, right? So which is what? Opposite direction extension of that you can see here. This is what your lines. And angles. Angles are the shape that formed when the two endpoints of a race will be meeting at a single point. They are measured in a degrees or radians. The complete rotation is equal to that what? Complete angle 360 degrees. It is represented by a symbol. This is what your symbol. Okay, now you can see here, this is what your line. So there is a ray, this is the ray, and this is one more ray, and this is what theta. This is what angle. The angle which is what? There is a ray 1 which will be the what? And this is the ray 2. You can see here. Ray 2. So angles are the shape that were formed when the end points of a two rays are meet at a single point. This is the end point of this and this is the end point of. They are meeting at a point and this is nothing but your angle. Okay, right. Chalo. Now you can see here lines are basically categorized as line segment and ray. Line segment which will be the word two endpoints will be there, and ray will be the word one endpoint of it will be extending towards it. If I'm extending this line segment into two direction, that will be nothing but line. So how many endpoints will be there? That was they might ask you in the questions, right? Based on the concept of operation performed on the lines, these are parallel lines also there and perpendicular also there and transversal lines also there. We'll see one by one here. There you can see here line segment. The line segment is a part of a line. So that's what I told you now. If complete line will be there, will be no endpoint. If I'm cut this part, if I'm focusing on this only this part, this is one of the endpoint. This is the one of the another endpoint. Right, this part is nothing but line segment. This part is nothing but line segment. Got it? So this is the what? If I'm extending that line segment in the two direction, that will become as line. Right? Next one, ray. Ray is a part of a line which has the starting point extending infinitely in the one direction. You can see this is one of starting point extending this in this one direction. Vijaya, hi. Right? How many endpoints will be there? That is also they might ask you in the questions. And ray is override perpendicular lines. When the two lines are right angle with each other by meeting at a single point are called as what? Perpendicular lines. In the figure you can see that A, B, C, D are what? Perpendicular to each other. The angle between these two will be the 90 degrees. Then I can call as this line and this lines are perpendicular to each other. That's what. Right, when the two lines are right angle to each other, right angle means 90 degrees to each other, they meeting at a single point and are called as a what? Perpendicular line. Chalo, next point. There you can see here parallel line. Parallel lines are said to be, two lines are said to be parallel when they do not meet at any point of a any point in the plane or which do not intersect each other, And in this figure, PQ and RS are perpendicular parallel to each other. Right, these two are parallel to each other. These two are parallel to each other. Right? They will never meet at any point of a time. So you can see the distance between these two lines will be remains always the same as it is. Same constant. The remains always same constant. Done? Done? Yes. That is what your parallel line. There is the next one. Intersecting and non-intersecting line. The lines which are cross each other from the particular point is called as the what? Intersecting lines. The lines which are never cross each other at any point, that is non-intersecting lines. There you can see that parallel lines. Parallel lines will be what? Never intersecting line. Okay, so the distance between the parallel lines will be the what? That is the same, and these are intersecting at one point of a time. Right? I hope I covered that all the lines, and you can see here. Next one will be the word concurrent lines. Concurrent lines means how many lines can meet at a single point. Do you know that like you can say same of that such names, then where three or more lines meet at a point will be called as a what? Concurrent lines. And the point at which they will meet is called point of concurrence. So there you can see here at the single point of a time, this line is going in this way, this line is going, this line is going, this line is going. Like you can see these are meeting at a point. These are called as a what? Concurrent lines. These are called concurrent lines. They are meeting at a one point. No, that point is known as point of concurrence. That point is known as point of concurrence. Next one, transversal line. Transversal line, when a lines intersect two lines at a distinct point, is called as the transversal. In the figure, a transversal are intersecting two lines at a point. You can say these two lines are, and these two lines are intersecting at a two different points of a distinct point of that two lines. Then this line is nothing but transversal line. Sir, polynomial. We'll discuss the polynomial. Wait. After this, lines and angles. Done. Yes, these are the different types of lines will be there in your syllabus, right? Next one, types of an angle. Types of an angle, you can see here acute angle, and which angle will be 0 to 90 in between this there, that will be comes under acute angle. The example will be 30 degrees, which is acute angle, 60 degrees acute angle, 45 degrees acute angle. Then right angle, if it is the angle between the two rays, if it is 90, then it is a right angle. Acute angle, then more than 90 and less than 180, that is obtuse angle. And straight angle, if the angle will be equal to that 180, that will be known as straight angle. Reflex angle, 180 and in between 360, more than 180 and less than 360, that will be the what? Reflex angle. Complete angle, that will be equal to 360, which means reflex angle. Done. Yes. Chalo, next one, supplementary angle. Supplementary angle, if the two angle summation will be equal to 180, then these two are nothing but supplementary angles. Now you can see here, this is one complete what we can say 130 plus 150. After adding these two angles, yellow one and blue one, what I am getting? 180. 180 means these two angles are supplement angles. If any one angle, 120 is my one angle, and calculate the angle of a B, and the A and B are supplement to each other. A and B are supplement angles. If A and B are supplementary angle, to get 180, summation you need to add A plus B will be the 180, right? So from that, if you subtract it 120, then you will get whatever you will get, that is angle between, like angle of that supplement angle. Done. Chalo, next, complement angle. Complement angle means after adding the two angles, the summation if you are getting will be equal to 90, then it is a complement angle. Some 180 means supplement and complement means 90 degrees. Suppose there is a one angle A will be equal to 60 degrees. Now I need to calculate the value of angle B. Angle A and B are complement to each other. Complement angles means you can see A and B summation will be the what? 90. We know that. Then from that B will be nothing but 90 minus A. So from that 90 minus 60, which is equal to that, B will be equal to 30 degrees. This is my complementary angle concept. After adding the two angles, if you are getting that 180, then it is known as a what? Supplementary angle. Then if it is known as 90 degrees, after adding that, you are getting 90 degrees, then it is nothing but complementary angles. Chalo? Yes. Next one, adjacent angles. If the adjacent angles means what will be there? So from these two angles, there is a common side and there is a common vertex. So these two angles will be known as the adjacent angle. If there is a common, this is one angle and this is one angle. In these cases, I am drawing as a twice, means this is the common side and this is what your common vertex for two angles. Then we can call its two angles are adjacent angles. Right, chalo, first question on your screen. Give it a try. So write it down your answers in the chat section. Write it down your answers in the chat section. A line joining two endpoints is called as a what? Two endpoints means which is line segment, right? Option A will be the correct answer. And next one, which one of the following depicts adjacent angle? Do it. What is your answer? Do let me know in the comment section. This is homework which I am giving to you all. The straight angle which is nothing but 180 is nothing but your straight angle, right? So next, reflex angle Reflex angle means what? More than 90 and equal to 90, it's right angle. And more than 180, you can see here, equal to 180, it's a straight angle. And more than 90 which is obtuse angle, more than 180. Yes, option C will be the correct answer. If the two angle whose sum is equal to that 180, then those are nothing but complementary angles. 180, right? Sorry, supplementary angles. Then option D will be the your correct answer for this. And if the two sum is equal to 180, this is the same question. That's it. Yes, A. Chalo, next one, circles. Mahi John. Next one, circles. You can see that bangles and ball, and basically these are all in the looks like a what circle, right? Boundary roof of a cricket ground. Now IPL is going on, right? So you can see all these objects in our day-to-day life, right? So in that you can see here which one is the circle and which one is the not circle in the shape. Means you can see here, this is ball is not in the circle and coins will be not in the circle. So it should be inside, it should be what? Nothing, empty, right? You can see, that's why you can see that circle is a set of a points in the given plane which are at a fixed distance from a fixed point. That will be the what? Collection of all this point. You will get a circle. Then this distance is the same and this distance will be the same. This is the again the same distance, same distance, same distance. Okay, the constant distance between the particular point. Just give me a minute. Yes. What is this known by constant distance? That constant distance is nothing but radius of it. What? That constant distance is nothing but radius of it. The next point you can see here, the segment joining two distinct points is called as a what chord? You can see here, there are 2 points. If I'm drawing a line, the distance two different points, you can see here, this is what your chord. And next one you can see here, if I'm draw, this is the circle which is passing through the circle. I'm drawing one more line. So this is also a chord. This is also a chord. That chord is passing through the what? Center of the circle. Then that is known as a what? Diameter of that circle. This is known as what? Diameter of a circle. You can see that is there will be in the next point. You can see this is what? Also a chord, but this is the diameter of that circle. So this is radius. This is also a radius. From this point to this point is the radius. This point to this point is also a radius. So the complete line will be nothing but diameter, which is r plus r, which is equal to 2r. So diameter will be equal to twice of a radius. Then radius will be equal to d by 2. This is the relation between what? Diameter and radius. Very important. So it will be helpful while you are calculating the problems, right? Next one. The arc of a arc is a part of a circle. You can see here bangles over here. If I break that bangle, then you can see it will be look like this will be in the shape. This is nothing but arc of a circle. What it is? This is nothing but arc of a circle. You can see here this red one is a arc. This one is also a arc. But which one is the major and which one is the minor? Major is which is more than that bigger, you can see larger, you can consider. Then A and B, this blue one will be the what? Major, and red one will be the what? Minor. You can see here. So this AXB, it's a minor, and AYB, this is what? Major, right? AXB is minor, AYB is a major. Next you can see here, an arc smaller than the semicircle, that is known as a what? Minor. This is a semicircle, right? Which is semicircle means half of the circle. Which is smaller than the semicircle, that is known as a minor. And larger than the semicircle, which is known as a major. You can see here, this is a semi, then after that larger than that, right? Yes. And next one will be the what? Central angle. The central angle, the angle which its vertex at the center. Okay, the vertex which is at the center. This is the radius, and this what your arc, and you can see here this is the theta. This is called as a what? Central angle. Next one. This is not now. We'll discuss it later. Done. Okay. So there you can see that first question based on the circle. Okay. The longest chord of the circle is called as a what? That will be the what? Diameter. Right? Option C will be your correct answer. The center of a circle lies on the circle. Interior means inside, exterior means outside the circle. Center will be obviously what? Interior of the circle. Option A will be the correct answer. Right? Equal dash of a congruent circles are subtend equal angles at the center. Tell me what's your answer. Radius will be equal or chords are equal, segments are equal, arcs are equal. Let me know in the comment section what's your answer. And next one, the region between arc and two radii joining the center of and two endpoints is called as a what? Right? So region between the arc and two radii, which is nothing but minor, which is sector. This is also, let me know what's your answer in the comment section. And that's it about your circle. Next one, a pair of equation in the two variable, you can say linear equation. Right. Next one, linear equation in two variable. Linear equation in two variable means you can see here, if 5 pen cost 100, then find the cost of 1 pen. And next one, and number when added 7 is gives as 51. Find the number. So let's represent it mathematical first of all. You can see here there is a 5 pen cost 60 rupees, then find the cost of the pen. So each pen you have to consider as each pen cost will be equal to x. 5 pens means x plus x plus x plus x, and this is equal to 60. Then this is 5x will be equal to 60. So this equation is known as what? And there is a one more thing. So forget about the value of x, and you can see a number is added. A number when 7 is added gives will be equal to 51, which means let us suppose to take those numbers will be the x. If I'm added 7 to it will gives was 51. This equation is also known as a what? Right? This is day-to-day life. We used to do these things, right? One day Kavya went to the bookshop with the father to buy 4 notebooks, 2 pens. Her father paid 100 rupees for all this. Suppose there is a one notebook cost. One notebook cost will be equal to x, you can take it as. And one pen cost, let us suppose to take y. So 4 notebooks, right? So which means what? X plus x plus x. And plus how many pens? 2 pens, which is equal to that 100 rupees. So x plus x will be nothing but 4x plus 2y, which is equal to that what? 100. This equation again known as what? So in this 3 equation, if you observe the one thing here, there are the variable. Here only one variable is there. Here only you can see 2 variables are there. And variable power you can check it over here. The variable power is what? 1 here, and the variable power here also 1 here, the variable power 1 here. This is one common thing you can notice. And these equations are known as a what? Linear equation. When the equation has only one variable and degree will be equal to 1, those equation is nothing but linear equation in one variable. So one variable, which means what? Only one variable should be there, and degree of that, degree means highest power of that variable, dear. Degree means highest power of that variable. Highest power of variable. Highest power of that variable. So that will be nothing but degree. Understood? Right? So you can see here this will be in the form of what? Ax plus b, which is equal to 0. A should not be the what? A and b are belongs to the real number, and a should not be the 0. If a is equal to 0, then 0 into x plus b, which is equal to 0. Then this term will be goes to the 0, and degree will be cannot be equal to that what here? Degree is not equal to the 1. If the degree is not equal to the 1, this is not a linear. Done. Degree should be, degree means variable power should be the what, 1 over here, and 2 variables means you can see here when the equation is 2 variables, so here by is missing, right? So a, b, c are belongs to the both real numbers, and a and b are not equal to the 0, so a should not be equal to the 0. If a is equal to 0 over here, then it will become as by plus c, which is equal to 0. Then this will become as linear equation in one variable, not two variable, which is one variable, not two variable. And if the b is equal to 0, if the b is equal to 0, this equation is become as ax plus z equal to 0. Then this is nothing but one variable again. Got it? So that's the reason a and b should not be equal to that 0 over here. Done. Just a minute. Yes, see the first question over here. Linear equation in two variables of the form of a what? This is the form where a and b, a is equal to 0, b is equal to 0. No, it's wrong. A should not be equal to the 0, and a is not equal to the 0. B is also two variable, right? So again it's wrong. A here, this option will be the what? A. So this is again wrong. This will be the correct option for this given question. Clear? Any doubts? Chalo. Next question. The cost of a book exceeds twice of a cost of a pen will be equal to what? 10. Then let's write the expression into linear equation. Cost of a book exceeds the word twice of a pen, means 2 times of a y by 10. So which will be the, this you will get it, the cost of a x. So from that, x minus 2y minus 10, which is equal to 0, is your answer. So which is option A will be the correct answer for this question. Next one. If x represent the age of the father, y represent the age of a son, then the statement of a present age of a father is 5 more than the 6 times of a age of a son. So you can see present age of a father, which is x, 5 times more than the 5 times more than 6 times of present age of a son. So this is what your equation. So which option is the correct answer? That is will be equal to option B will be the correct answer. Very good. Sarika. Okay. Very good. Next question. The degree of a linear equation is answered here. Degree of a linear equation will be equal to 1. Yes, very good. Prayukta. Very good. Next question. The standard form of a linear equation in two variable. Harshita, A. There already we discussed, you can see over here. So this is ax plus by plus c. C, right? Yes, very good. Actually both are correct, but standard will be taken as this. Prayukta C. Array, you guys are, yes. So I hope now you understood each and everything. So that's it. You guys joined late. Just a minute. You guys joined late. Actually, I completed what? Lines and angles. I completed what? Circles. And one more thing, coordinate geometry also. Please watch the video from the beginning actually. Any doubts? Anything? Please let me know. I will rectify it. Otherwise, we will wind it up. So what are the things we discussed? First thing is first coordinate geometry. How to represent a point on the coordinate plane. Right? Coordinate geometry. And next one will be the what we discussed. That is circles. And next one will be the what? Lines and angles. I think lines and angles we discuss second. And next one after that fourth will be the what here? Linear equation in two variable. In one variable and linear equation one variable and two variable. Right. So these are the four chapters of the basics of the fourth chapter we covered in this single class. That is around 1 hour of the class. I hope you understood each and everything. That's it. That's it, dear. That's it for the today's session. I will see you in the next class. Until then, see you. Bye bye. Take care. Bye bye. See you. Take care.